Woo! Great morning, you guys. I'm going to take everybody off mute. Give us that energy. How you feeling? Let's go. Happy Monday. Let's get it started with some energy. Even Prez is fired up. Guys, it's Monday. You got to get that blood flowing. So I'm excited today on Triple M Monday Morning Motivation. We're going to be listening to a wise business philosopher. You can call him like one of the main, you can call him mentors of Herbalife because he mentored Mark Hughes. He also mentored Tony Robbins. If you know who Tony Robbins is, one of the forefathers of really business philosophy as we know it today. His name was Jim Rohn. And we've been really going back to a lot of the basics for you guys that are like, why are we watching these videos? Because this video is from 1998, he says in there. So you might be like, why are we watching videos from 20 years ago? And here's why. Herbalife started out of the trunk of a car and went on to become the #1 nutrition company in the world, about to gross about $8 billion in sales this year of healthy products changing lives. There's reasons why that happened. There were certain mindsets of success. Think about all the other companies that started in that same year of 1980 that are still here. Probably only 1 out of 1,000, and that might be too high of a number. So there are certain things that Herbalife Nutrition did well, and that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out, if you're an Herbalife distributor, of course you can apply these to your business, but you could be in whatever realm you are, whatever business you are, whatever job you are, or whatever you do in life, your family, your health results. There's certain mindsets that are going to help you to be successful no matter what. That's what we're uncovering here. So we're going back, 1998. This is, and it's going to show you something. This was actually broadcast by Herbalife. It's called the Herbalife Broadcast Network. Now we have video.herbalife.com, right? So they were so ahead of their time. Maybe that's a reason why they're still around 38, almost 39 years later. So all these things checking out. So shout out to Marty, her win for the day from Arizona. Another day and having my shaking tea. I like it. Those are good wins right there. So let's get into it. Jim Rohn giving us how to become a powerful leader, and get your takeaways written down so we can get some shares at the end.
Your leadership skills for the coming year, 1998. I've got some key words for you to consider. Here's the first one: appreciation. That's number one. First of all is to appreciate what you already have. Appreciation is unique. It has a sense of opening us up to even more if we appreciate, first of all, what we've already got. An appreciation of where we are at this moment in history. These are great moments in history as far as the world is concerned. It's incredible. Democracy is now flourishing. Free enterprise is now taking hold. Herbalife in these countries that I have a chance to visit, it's marvelous to watch it at work, where people catch on to taking a little and turning it into a lot, taking just what little bit they have at the moment and growing into the future. It's exciting. Democracy, freedom, free enterprise. To appreciate all of that, to appreciate our chance, to appreciate our opportunity, to appreciate all that it took to bring us to this point. That sense of appreciation makes us unique. It makes us attractive in the marketplace. You know, it's easy not to appreciate it. It's easy to sit down to have your breakfast and not think about, how did the salt get on my table? A sense of appreciation. Just the salt that I so casually salt my eggs with in the morning. I'm telling you, if I thought about it for a while, I wonder where this salt came from. How many hands did it pass through by the time it reached my table? You know, who bent their back and mined it out of the salt mines? Who packaged it and who shipped it? And how many phases did it go through before it finally conveniently reached my table and I pick it up so casually and salt my eggs? That sense of awe and appreciation, there's nothing like it. It makes you attractive to have the appreciation of what's around you, the appreciation of the contribution of other people, to appreciate all that it takes for each of us to be successful. You cannot succeed by yourself. You know, you can't make your fortune all alone. It takes many, many hands, many voices, and many people to support one success story. So, appreciation. And I think my sense of appreciation has really been enhanced, especially the last part of this year, 97, for what's happened for me. I've had a new sense of appreciation for my parents who gave me my incredible start. I was an only child. They took extra time. It was unbelievable. I feel the effect of that now. As I've gone through all kinds of challenges as well as opportunities in my life, I still feel that anchor that holds me from the things they taught me, from the ideas they shared with me, the fact that they cared, the fact that they gave me that incredible foundation. It serves me today, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all of those who have become special friends of mine right here in the Herbalife family. Not having brothers and sisters, I've had all these substitute brothers and sisters. And some have given me counsel when I needed it most, and some who have hung on to me in times when I had some difficult and dark times. I have a new sense of appreciation for that. That gives us a good taste to appreciate what we have. What it does, it opens up the channels. It makes us ready to receive even more. New ideas now can come flowing in if the person has appreciated what's already there, that's given them the support, made them as successful as they are at the moment. So appreciation. Second is comprehension. The ability to understand what we've got in our hands. That is so vitally important. Some people never recognize what they've got in their hands. And we know that by the evidence, because they do so little with it. If they knew what they had, if they knew the power of what has come their way, if they knew what they had in their hands, in their possession, it would change their whole life. It would, first of all, alter their attitude. Second, it would give them a vision of the future that they never had before. Just a sense, a recognition, a comprehension, an understanding. And all of us have the ability to do that, to understand and comprehend what we've got. So here's what I would ask you to do, whether you have just joined Herbalife recently, or whether you've been here for a long, long time. I would ask you to reevaluate what you've got in your hands. Just think about all of the parts of this opportunity, the people, the product, the opportunity, all of the list of things that you've got now in your hands to use as the ways and means to transform your life and build your future. You know, a lot of people have dreams, but they dare not dream too much because they don't have the ways and they don't have the means. They don't have the opportunity. They don't have the tools at their disposal. They don't have the influence. They don't have the training. They don't have the teaching. They don't go to classes like we do. They don't have the benefit of other people's experience like we have. When we look at all of that, we ought to really try our best to comprehend what all we've got. Because if we truly see what we've got in our hands, we'll probably multiply what we can do with it in the future by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10. So that's a key word for developing leadership, comprehension. Here's the next word, opportunity. You've got to be able to see opportunity. Opportunity all around you, opportunity of where you are, opportunity of the people who can use the products that you've got, who can use your opportunity in terms of marketing. Seeing the opportunity. If we're blind to the opportunity, it doesn't matter how valuable the products are, and it doesn't matter how valuable the system is. If you can't see the opportunity, it all gathers dust. It all goes to waste. You've got to see opportunity in every person you meet. That could be another person. That could be another Mark Hughes. That could be another future president's team member. Learn to see the opportunity that's right around you. It's easy to get busy and sort of blinded and just walk along and not see what's possible and what's available. The reason I'm here today is because I saw the opportunity. An opportunity to expand my vision, an opportunity to refine my skills, an opportunity to meet people I'd never met before, an opportunity to go places I'd never gone before, an opportunity to become valuable to an institution, an opportunity to enhance my own powers of development so that I could serve other people. I recognize this opportunity. It's why I'm here today. It's why I'm talking to you today. If I hadn't have seen the opportunity, I'd have passed, been doing something else, probably mediocre. But here I am in a very splendid position, an unusual position, having an opportunity to use my experience and influence and skills to touch the lives in the future of millions of people. I saw the opportunity. I took advantage of it. And I want you to be able to do that too, be able to see the opportunity. Now here's what's next, and that is integrity. As you compose your life with what you've got, the products, the people, the organization, Herbalife, support system, Mark Hughes, here's what you've got to maintain, and that is your integrity. Integrity means those inner qualities that you do not compromise. The inner qualities that keeps you steady when sometimes everything around you is falling apart. The integrity that helps you to maintain character, all of those qualities that give you a chance to be better than you are at the moment on into the future. Integrity within yourself, integrity within the way that you do business, integrity within the way that you operate and conduct the business of the day. That's vitally important in the development of leadership. Next is morality. There's a right way and a wrong way. There's the way to do it right, the way to do it wrong. Civilization is simply a matter of suppressing that dark side of our nature and appealing to the bright, positive side of our nature. And that becomes sort of a moral code, not to yield to the temptation of doing ill to someone else, but rather appealing to the high side of our nature. President Lincoln, who was one of the presidents of America, said, hopefully we will listen to the better angels of our nature, that appeals to the high side, that says, sure enough, there is something to be said for morality, the right and the wrong. But let us constantly work toward developing ourselves on the moral side of doing what's right. And one of the best teachers of the morality is your own conscience. That little small voice inside that tells you you've crossed the line, that tells you this wouldn't be the right words to use. This would not be for the betterment. This would not be win-win. This is going to destroy. This is not going to develop. To listen to that inner voice so that we can stay on moral course. It's the challenge Mark has. It's the challenge the company has. It's the challenge all of us has, to stay on the moral course of doing it right. The morality of the marketing system. Doing it right, very important. And Herbalife works so well doing it right. There's no need to compromise that position and be tempted to do it wrong. Here's another one. People. One of the most important words in the vocabulary of leadership is people. Here's what's important to understand. People is where the fortune is. In fact, you could just interchange the two words, fortune, people. People, fortune. The fortune is not in digging gold out of the earth, because gold all by itself has no value. Nothing has a value unless a human being gives it value. What value is gold? You can't eat it. What value is everything else unless human beings give it value? To understand that people is where the fortune is. We're in the business, yes, of providing products, but we're really in the people business. Developing customers who are people, developing distributors who are people. I talked to a banker one time and he said, I'm in the banking business. And I said, well, does a corporation borrow money from you? You know, do the banks and the offices and the office chairs and the systems of the corporation borrow the money? And he said, no, someone from the company comes and fills out a loan and I loan money to the company. Then I said, really what you're in is the people business. You're not in the money business or the banking business, you're in the people business. And so it's true with all of us. We're in the people business. A unique sense of appreciation. When I first saw this kind of marketing at age 25, I said to myself, if it's unlimited, the people I can introduce to the business, then I shall become wealthy. Because something told me, and I didn't have the full education back then, but something told me that if I found a way to provide benefit for someone else, I could earn money, and that if I got someone else to provide that benefit, the company would also send me some compensation. When I asked the question, how many of these people can I get involved in the business, and they said as many as you wish, I said, then I shall become wealthy. Something told me, I must have gotten it from my parents, some of my early training that said, people is where the fortune is. So that's where you have to take great care in your business. Yes, take care of your money. Yes, take care of your systems. Take care of the setup. Take care of the meetings. Take care of all the details. But here's what you've got to do if you really want to make a fortune. Take care of your people. Because people is where the fortune is. If you help them grow, they'll help you grow. If you develop them under you, they will lift you up. You can lift up sales and it'll fall back down. You can lift up volume and it'll fall back down. Lift up the people and you won't fall down. You'll have the foundation. There you'll be ready for the future. Key word. Here's another key word in developing leadership. And that key word is power. To understand the proper use of human power. Power starts early. When one child dominates another and must be trained, that just domination is not the name of the game. Cooperation is the name of the game. We must suppress that inclination to unwisely use our power. But all of you that I'm talking to today, all of you have the power. You have the power to transform somebody's life. You have the power that's in your language and that's in your words. You have power that's in your personality. You have power that's in your temperament. You've got power that's in your language. You've got power to help people see things they never saw before. And the chances are, if you can get someone to see something they've never seen before, they'll want to do something about it. If you can get them to see what you see, they'll probably do what you've done.
Man, that was powerful. Fired me up. All right, you guys. So let's get into some takeaways. Roxy's taking lots of notes, so I'm excited for her. She was like tapping me on the side, like, take notes, like cooperation. I'm like, okay.
All right. What's up, you guys? So, man, I freaking love Jim Rohn. Also, type in like any takeaways on like in the chat, you guys, or if you're like, hey, I really want to share, type it in the chat. That way we already know like who to call on. But I love what he said about appreciation and how when you appreciate, like, you receive even more. And through that, he then jumped into comprehension. And that, for me, was like my very favorite part. And he said, like, if people only understood what they've got in their hands. And like, for instance, when it comes down to the Herbalife business, when it comes down to the Herbalife opportunity, he even said, he's like, most people don't understand what it is that they have in their hands because they do so little. And right there, I was just like, wow. And it's so, so true, you guys. Like, for instance, like being a distributor, and I know majority of the people on here, like that's why there's the top 1% of the company. That's why when you go to the events, there's only a few that sit VIP who go above and beyond and go the extra mile to like go for it all. And you start to see how many people come event after event after event after event, and not much changes. Nothing changes in their business. Nothing changes inside of like what it is that they do. And I really truly believe it's because just what Jim Rohn said, because people don't comprehend the magnitude of what it is that they have in their hands, because if they did, they would do so much more with it. Like, it's incredible. Like, even for me, just looking at, for instance, the past 5 years and what my life was before, it's like night and day. Like, my life and who I am is so unrecognizable. And because of that, like, just really grasping and understanding what this opportunity is and what it could do. Like, that's why, for instance, for us, we work the way that we do. And even then, I can say that there's still so much room for us to even work and do even much, much more, because I know what's possible inside of this like company. It's insane. So that was fire. So I hope you guys really understand and comprehend what it is that you guys have, and that you guys decide to be those distributors that are not average, because everybody could be average. And like, it's kind of like at the extravaganza. If you guys were at extravaganza, there was 26,000 distributors at this event, very few at the red carpet, right? The red carpet wasn't as big. I mean, it's big, but it's not that big, right? There was mainly more general seating than there was even VIP seating. And just always remember that to be average, it doesn't take anything extra of you. And because it doesn't take anything extra of you, it's not going to cause you to transform and be a different kind of person in order to have the things that it is that you may say that you want to have. So choose to be that distributor that goes the extra mile, that goes and like does everything like to the top, that every single event that they go to, they're always at the front, that no matter what like goes on, there's standards and there's things that like you will like not settle for like below whatever it is that you set for yourself. So I really love that. And then last one, I loved how he talked about opportunities and being able to see opportunities everywhere around us. And it's just like every day we encounter people, are we seeing that as an opportunity of like, hey, maybe I could introduce this person to the products. Maybe they're going to be my like #1 client who orders like 500 volume points a month. Or are you looking to for people who you like see and you're like, hey, this person could be like our next president's team member. This person could be like really great at this business. Like, are you always looking like for those people, because opportunity really is everywhere, and like opportunity is only open for those who really seek it. So those are my takeaways.
Fire. I want to touch on that one opportunity a little bit because I think it's so crucial, because what you seek, you usually find. So one of the ways that I look at it personally is I always look at, I know people are eating food, but I know a lot of people don't know what to eat, or they're eating what's convenient, and not only them, their families. So when I'm looking at somebody, I always want to introduce them to the products because I want them to have access to a healthy breakfast, to green tea, to a community. I want them to have access to those things because I know how many people don't even know that Coca-Cola is bad for them. I know so many people that don't really think it's that bad that they eat at a drive-thru a couple times a week. I know that it's so bad that so many people don't even have breakfast and they think that's just normal. So that's number one. I want people to always have the opportunity for a product, like the products. And then also, not only just that, when I was starting, one of our mentors in the business said, I don't just talk to people for people. I talk to people because I want to get to their mom too. And I thought about that because I said, when I started, my mom was one of the first people I reached out to. As a distributor, when you start as a distributor, your mom is probably one of the first people you talk to. But me going directly to somebody's mom is not going to be nearly as effective if I help somebody and then they share it with their mom. And that was big for me. I said, you know what? It's not just about even this person when I'm sharing the products with them. I'm going to hit their whole circle. I'm going to hit 5 and 10 people with this one person. So that was bigger for me than the fear of talking to them. You know, yesterday I was coming out of the gym. I walked past one of our security guards here in the building, and she looked thinner. And I got to elevators. I said, Aubrey, say something. You got to say something. Even if she hasn't lost weight, it'll make her feel good, and it'll have you an opportunity to talk to her. I turned around and I said, hey, walk back up. I said, hey, you lost some weight? She's like, yeah, I'm down like 50 pounds. I'm like, damn, okay. Started sharing more about Herbalife with her. Started sharing more about, because she's doing it the first way, but still lots of sugar from she's like fruiting it up. She's like, I got blueberry, green, blackberry, goji berry, almond butter in my shake. I'm like, that's cool. That's a lot of sugar though. She's like, well, it's good sugar. I'm like, sugar, right? So still just sharing. And that's got to be bigger than the fear of, oh man, is she going to say, no, I haven't lost weight and feel offended? Or is she going to feel like, I don't want that Herbalife stuff? Because she sees us in the building all the time. No, she's probably like, what do you guys do? You're here in the gym at like middle of the day.
Did she say you that? She's like, oh.
Yeah, she's like, what do you guys do? Because we're like one of the younger people in our building. It's like either us or it's like athletes who live here. So they're probably thinking, but you're never traveling for like your season. So I'm like, yo, we're Herbalife distributors, right? Hop on board. Let's get it. About to bring in SDS. But that's what you gotta be more committed to them getting a change or their family getting a change than you are to how you're gonna look or feel. That's number one. Number two, how I look at sharing the opportunity now, and it wasn't always this way. So if you're not this way yet, don't feel like it's gotta be either born with it or come in with it or nothing. Because I didn't really get this way until maybe about a year or two ago. Because what I used to do personally is I would just bring people to the community. I'd get them in front of the message, and then I'd have them turn around and tell me what they wanted to do. That was kind of what I did. I wouldn't really pitch the business too early because I would be like, I don't want them to think I'm trying to just make money off them. And I came from a background in my career. I was a physical therapist. We didn't share income like that. That's not what we did. And if somebody did, it felt like bragging, right? I had a group of friends, and one friend shared their income one time, and for me, it almost felt like bragging, right? So just coming from a different, background, now when we share income, when I share our income, it's not to brag. I just want people to know that you can actually make this income as a distributor, because I didn't even know it possible. I thought to make the kind of income that we make in Herbalife, we make over 6 figures a year. I thought you had to be in a suit, in an office, in about meetings all day, and stuck in a cubicle. That's what I thought personally. I didn't think you could make it with the tattoos and the tank top and the doing whatever you want to do all day and creating your schedule. I didn't think you could do it. So when somebody showed it to me, it increased my belief. So that's really why I share it now. But I also share it now, right now, you guys. I want you guys to understand, most people that you meet either have a side hustle or are looking for a side hustle. It's not really like it used to be. You got to understand the business world has changed so much. 10 to 20 years ago, one person could get with one company and really be good maybe for a while. That company gave them benefits. That company had some extra stuff. That company maybe even had a pension. If you guys even know what a pension is. A pension is you work 20 or 30 years and they'll take care of you for the rest of your life. That stuff doesn't exist anymore. Pensions aren't around. Most companies have even cut benefits. And then most people are living in a city where their cost of living has gone up so much that their pay has not kept pace. So most people, you guys, I don't know if you looked around at your Uber drivers, but all your Uber drivers are not 20 years old anymore. Half of our Uber drivers when we were in New York were 40 to 50 years old. What does that tell you? Most people are looking for extra right now. They're looking for Uber. They're looking for a Lyft. They're looking for Postmates. They're looking for Uber Eats. They're looking for Airbnb. They're looking for Amazon. They're looking for something, because how cost of living and food has gone up, it hasn't gone up the same with people's pay. So people are starting to see, I need a little extra. So now for me, when I'm thinking, I'm like, if you're going to do Uber, if you're going to do Lyft, if you're going to do Airbnb, man, you need to do Herbalife. Because Herbalife gives you access to that, but so much more. Herbalife gives you access to a team. Herbalife gives you access to trainings. Herbalife gives you access to seminars. You guys, we paid $40 or something for STS. You guys, we paid $1,100 for our Tony Robbins event. When Herbalife said your business seminar is $40, I was like, and then I paid for Tony Robbins for us, $1,100. I was like, what the heck? I was like, this is incredible. A weekend event for a leadership development weekend, $75, you guys. A weekend event for what's called Landmark, a transformative weekend, $650 a person. We paid, it was $625. It's actually more now. So we paid $1,250 per person. This was Landmark. Very worth to check out the program. But when they said $75 for a weekend seminar business, right directly to you for your business, I was like, this is incredible. So when I'm thinking of all this stuff, I'm like, this is so much value for this person. To be honest, in my head, I know that even if this person comes in, it doesn't even get success in the business because they don't put in work, because you can be successful if you want. But even if they just come into the community, try the products, get around the mindset and the energy of the community, they've already got benefit upon entry and arrival. That's where I invite from. So when you get clear on where you invite from, there's opportunities all around you. The dude that cleans our car in the building, he's like 25 cleaning cars. Do you think that's what he wants to do forever? I asked him, yo, man, you got to check out this Herbalife thing. I know you're a hard worker, man. You do anything on the side? He's like, I do this and this and that. I'm like, man, you got to check out Herbalife. Like, why not share it with him? If you already see people are working hard, don't just let them sit there and work hard in something that you know. Nobody's retiring off of Uber, you guys. They're not dropping golden keys after 10 years and you get to retire. After that day of driving is done, it's done. Share this opportunity with everybody because, you guys, people are looking for it. That's just my mindset when I'm going into it. If somebody says no, I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. Stay broke. I mean, do what you do, right? They'll come around later or they won't. It's no problem. But when you have that mindset, everybody is an opportunity to share. I'm so serious, you guys. The golden keys, they don't get them, right? Like, it's just drive that day, repair your car when it messes up, put that gas in when it messes up, right? People come into Herbalife and they're like, well, do I have to get products? It'd be like coming into Uber and be like, yo, do I have to get a car? Of course, bro. What the hell are you thinking? She gonna put people on your back, right? But I tell you, getting products for yourself and your health is way better to me than having to be in a car, potential of accidents, gas, like upkeep on a car. I'm like, man, this is incredible. Fired up, man. I'm out here sweating. I'm so excited about this opportunity. So let's get a few shares. Give me a thumbs up or a smile. Let's get Julia. I see Julia right there taking a lot of notes. Give us a tip and a takeaway, Julia.
I really like the appreciation part because like when I was younger, I was like a brat, and then I like came to grad school. I was like, okay, like you don't need to buy yourself like new workout clothes every month. Like that's so unnecessary. So then I like took a step back. I was like, okay, you have like 8 pairs of shoes. You have plenty of leggings. Like chill, like appreciate what you have. So like I have done that, and I have not bought new workout stuff since Christmas, and I feel good. Like I'm like, okay, and like just like more stuff is coming in, and I'm just like, okay, like it's okay. Like you're in a good spot, and like I just like have started like to appreciate everything more, and it just makes me feel better.
I love that. Your girl said, you got enough shoes. Chill, Julia.
You got enough leggings.
Good stuff. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get Yadira. Give us a quick takeaway. What's your biggest takeaway?
So my biggest takeaway is like nothing has value unless we give it value. We're in the company because of people, and it truly is people. Like the products are amazing, but what it does to people is what is the most attractive as for me, and I think for most of us, just how many lives we can change, and we have the power to transform someone's life. So that was my biggest takeaway.
Yep, I love that. We got the power to transform somebody's life. And like, if you think about it, gold has no value till somebody, I would rather get stuck with Herbalife in a cave than gold, to be honest. You can eat the Herbalife, right? So fired up. Great takeaway. Giovanna, give us one takeaway. What's your biggest takeaway?
Hey, so my biggest takeaway was just like what the last distributor said is that we have the ability to transform people's lives. I know right when we were talking about that, I had a client message me through Telegram saying that she's already seeing results and that she's already getting compliments. That she's already getting compliments because she's shedding weight on her first week of 21-day challenge. So as long as I have the appreciation, like Roxy was saying, as long as I appreciate the product and know the power that I have in my hands and actually push it and utilize it and push it on not push it on other people, but, transform people's lives. Like I can't be stingy with it. That's the awesome part about Herbalife is you have to share the experience with other people. That way, like he said, I think he said let's see, what did he say? He was pretty much saying like build people under you so it can build you up. So I'm fired up.
I love it. Less than 500 points away from supervisor. Gotta be
working. I downloaded Captivate earlier.
Oh, okay. She's got her iPhone. Downloaded Captivate. You guys, serious student right there. Fired up. You guys, great Monday. I hope you guys are having a great one. Remember, don't leave this message with you. Post on your social media about it. Post in your team threads or post in your client chats. Something to give forward this message, right? The mindset is everything. Really, the more that we're in Herbalife and the more that just like we're on the earth period for me, I'm about to be 33 years old next month. It's crazy, but I'm looking like 21, right? The more I get into this life, the more I see the importance of thoughts. And I want you guys to understand your thoughts are very important. You could seriously impact somebody's whole day by just like mentioning something about Triple M to them that has them think a little bit different. Dang, I never thought about appreciating the salt on my table like that. That could change somebody's whole day because it changes their thoughts and it changes the direction of their thoughts. And I want you guys to know that. So I want you guys to really know that you showing up every Monday is amazing. So I hope you guys know that we appreciate you. Like we're appreciating coming on, sharing it, watching the recording if you're watching it. And I want you guys to know that these things, think about how you thought before you started tuning in to personal development, Triple M, and how have you been developing your mind to now. You're probably not the same person. So keep that up, but share it. Just share it. You never know what mentioning something like this or the thoughts that you picked up today might do for somebody, right? Because it's easy to just walk through life and not pay attention, like Jim Rohn said. So fired up. I'm going to take everybody off mute. Let's have an epic.
All
right. Hit the gym, not prepared.
We're just on a business meeting with our body.